I wanted to talk about one of my favorite things in the world, and that's flirting. I'm a huge flirt. It's really bad. But because the reason why I love flirting so much, and I think there's a lot to flirting that I don't think gets said very much. But the reason why I love flirting so much is because it's a giant game. It's one giant game that's like tag, except it's more acceptable and more people are willing to play it. So it is, of course, one of my favorite things to do. It's kind of a mental game as well, but you gotta use physicality and words to express yourself, and it's delicious. It's so wonderful, and it's also like a giant acting exercise as well with like real life people, and just like it's so much fun. It's one of my favorite things. There's kind of two types of flirting that I've kind of realized. There's kind of a friendly one, and then there's the more romantic one. I try to stay away from the romantic one at all costs, just because the stakes are really high and it gets really messy really fast almost as soon as you step into it. So I try to stay away from it, but it is really fun. But I do stay away from it, even though it's fun. I usually stick to friendly, or situations where it goes out really fast, or like that sort of thing. I can get myself out quickly and cleanly without anybody getting hurt. That's the most important goal for me in this kind of game. The only reason why I say this for flirting, because there's more feelings that can get hurt in this game, if depending upon how you're playing. So I personally like to get out before, just so everybody gets a nice fun laugh, and it's just fun and silly and just like, oh, chee tee tee. Like, that was a fun game, and I just try to, like, leave cash out after that. Because I want everybody to have fun, and I don't want to hurt anybody. But, because it is fun. I love it so much. So, in knowing that it's a game, there's several different pieces that you gotta know. You gotta know other people's pieces, and then you gotta figure out what your pieces are. The better you know yourself, the better it is to play, like, the more you can use to play all your pieces. The great part about this game is it doesn't matter like where your pieces are, like kind of rank, because this is all on kind of an attraction level. But it's just an average attractive level. It's not like everybody has specifics for their own attraction, but there's kind of three different things about attraction, or at least for just like this little game. There's the looks, which everybody kind of thinks about. There's merit, or like your decency and that sort of stuff, like you're not going to kill them in their sleep sort of thing, or just really being nice. And then there's also willingness, which is it's a huge one, I think, because if you're willing to play a game, they're willing to. Like, it's a fun game. It's a really fun game. But like knowing all those pieces, and then you get to use, like, I'd say if all of that, like, and you could rank yourself if you wanted, makes about level. Level is like an average, but that also is considered attractive, which I also don't think some people get as much as well. Just in society, I don't think it's because it's a concept that nobody can get, but just like socially accepted. It's just like more like, oh, I have to be like pretty and that sort of thing. But there's all sorts of like just like willingness, and just like if you're a good person and that sort of thing. Like, there's different things that definitely skew the charts. Which also just, it makes it so much fun. It's such a nice game. So, like, if you're hitting about average, you're probably pretty attractive. And anywhere about that, it just gives you different pieces to work with. My personal favorite to work with, my favorite styles of playing, I'm going to give them away. I either like to be at, like, the very top, so I figure I can get there probably when I get on makeup. I have a really high self-esteem, so like, if I put on makeup and stuff like that, I just feel like I'm a queen and just, like, can walk in there. Even if I'm not, I act like it, and so it fools people, and then it's a fun game because I can crush everybody from that level. One of my favorite styles. My other favorite style of playing is playing at the very bottom. I'd love to be at, like, the very bottom and then just, like, work my way up to the very top, because I love crushing people so much. Oh, I'm so bad for that. It's my favorite style in any sort of game, actually. Just, like, even growing up just playing video games and stuff like that, I always loved to pick, like, the worst character and then just, like, beat the entire game. I'm giving away my styles of playing here. But The other thing, so like kind of knowing where I'm at and just like playing that way, it's a lot of fun. I love, like I said, just like playing it. I love playing with people because it's engaging. It's like it really is like a game of tag. It's like somebody just kind of comes up and just like you're it, and then runs away. It's my favorite thing. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play tag. A lot more people are willing to socially accept this, this kind of flirting game more than they are with playing actual like tag or that sort of thing. So that's why it's another reason why it's my favorite. But also because I'm an actor, I also just like really enjoy getting to play a bunch of different fields and that sort of thing, and kind of testing out my abilities. For whatever reason, I'm usually kind of stumbly and that sort of thing, especially with words and just people. I try my best, but I have a hard time speaking. But whenever I switch into game mode, which I always do for flirting, another person comes out, and it's just a lot of fun. She has her fun, and it's like I said, I'm trying to make it happy and fun, and just like leave before anything gets too serious. That's like said, like situations where it could get serious. I just try to make sure I got a clean getaway and it's fast, and it's just like wee, bye. I had fun. Thanks for playing with me. So I know this is like this one's a little bit more different, but I think along with like cuddling, flirting, and like aesthetics and what people think are all things that I don't think have to have like this romantic application to them, but do get them, and so that's why I just want to clarify more just like how things can be fun and just cool without them always having to pertain to a romantic nature. So yes, it is one of my favorite games and one of my favorite passions is in fact flirting. But yes, I think that's all I have to say for today. So yeah, have a happy Tuesday. Bye!